Hey up everyone, and welcome to a new series where we're going to be focusing on and dissecting a smaller part of a game instead of bringing you the whole thing. Don't worry, I'm still going to be bringing you videos that show entire games, but they are an awful lot of time and effort, and if I start making some shorter videos, I'm going to be able to churn more of them out more often. Now, the main focus here are the tactics that I'm using, and what I'm trying to do, how I'm trying to do it. This does not mean that it's going to be exclusively combat mission, because whether I'm playing combat mission, Red Orchestra, Arma 3 or even other games, when there's that base level of realism underpinning everything, the same tactics work for the same reasons. This first video is about concentration, about bringing maximum force to bear on the enemy. And what I want to do here is take and hold this farm complex up on the hillside here. Okay, why do I want to do that? Terrain isn't valuable in and of itself. Its only value lies in how you can use it to control and destroy the enemy. Whoever holds this hill is going to block this flank off, and they're going to dominate the central river crossings and the open fields on my side. So, how do I want to grab it? There are a lot of elements working together here. We have the assault force. This is 7 T-34 85s with 2 platoons of submachine gunners riding on them. These are waiting to go out of sight in these woods, and I've made sure to keep them hidden as they moved up, so my opponent has no idea that they're there. There's another submachine gunner platoon slightly in front to screen off that assembly area from any curious enemy types, to do a little bit of scouting themselves. There's another platoon of T-34 85s on this hill over here to provide fire support. They're safely defilade from any enemy units across the valley. And finally, we've got the artillery support. A smoke barrage is going to be falling here to screen off the attack from the enemy forces on the other side of the valley, and a rocket barrage is going to be dropping on and behind the farm complex itself. Most of my force is involved in this in one way or another. It's not about prodding the enemy, it's about smashing him. Chances are he's going to have a very small force up at that farm, and I want to totally overwhelm it and crush it. The flip side to concentration, though, is that it needs to be balanced against economy of force. Concentration has a lot of advantages, but on the other hand, it reduces your flexibility, and if you over-concentrate your forces, things can go disastrously wrong. Here you can see that I'm able to concentrate because of the terrain. I don't need to worry too much about my centre, I don't need to worry about my left, because that river is going to bottleneck any attack by my opponent, and if he does do something like that, my attacking force going for the farm is going to be able to wheel round and hit him in the flank. Another caveat to concentration is that speed and surprise are crucial. The point of concentration is to gain a local advantage, to put strength against weakness. If the enemy knows that you're coming and he can concentrate his defense, then you're going to be getting the kind of strength on strength slugging match that you were trying to avoid by concentrating in the first place. We've kicked off the attack here, a little slow off the mark following the rockets, but that's quite difficult to coordinate properly in the turn-based mode. And immediately we start running into some resistance. Even though I'm going to take casualties here, I have a strong enough force to quickly sort out any enemy positions as they reveal themselves. I've got 2 platoons of T-34s and a submachine gunner company bearing down on what looks like a reinforced enemy platoon with a few anti-tank guns, and they are badly isolated. The smoke barrage I dropped on my left is cutting off any support from the Panthers across the way, which is magnifying the effect of my concentration of force against them. Once the anti-tank guns are dealt with, the tanks can either hand back and suppress the enemy, or they can push forward to cut off enemy reinforcements and further isolate the farm, while the submachine gunners move in for the assault. A submachine gun squad is a concentration of close range firepower in and of itself. A few minutes later, the enemy are all dead, running away, or surrendering. An enemy infantry counterattack has been broken up by the tanks, and I'm sitting where I wanted to be, right on the farm. This success is down to a lot of interlinking factors, but without a concentration of force and effort backing them up, I could very quickly have gotten bogged down and trapped out in the open in front of that farm with disastrous consequences. So, that's a quick look at the idea of concentration and a set-piece assault in combat mission Red Thunder. I'm not going to pretend that I've touched on every aspect here, but hopefully you can understand what I'm getting at. I am doing a during action report
over on the Battlefront forums. That's a Jarman G and me squaring off in a horrible foggy dawn battle in Combat Mission Final Blitzkrieg. So if you need more combat mission fix, go and check that out. And in the meantime, there's more videos in the pipeline. Stay tuned and I'll catch you later.